You know, Marie, it's very hard for me to sit here and hear your story. It is the story of your life. It is a very sad story. People that are hearing it too are going to get shocked. They're going to get sad. And they're going to wonder, Marie, why did you stay in a relationship that you claim is so abusive for all those years? Your children are being affected. You know, they're hearing all the screaming at them, different things you've described to us. Why did you really stay? Why did you not live? Because there's always options. Did you not seek any help from anybody else?
Like I said before, I tried to leave once when he did take the keys. Not too long ago, again, he came home after being away for like 2-3 days. He walked in drunk, and I was getting Gabe ready to go to daycare. And he was like, oh, I want Gabe, I'm going to take him. And I said, no, we have our routine, we're sticking to it. So he grabbed Gabe, and he was squeezing him on the couch right here, just like squeezing him. And I was like, no, give me the baby, give me the baby. I had my phone in my hand, and he actually, when you're talking about defending, I actually took Gabe, I was picking him up. I was like, let him go, let him go. So he finally let him go, and he took my phone. So I put Gabe into the car. He went into his car, and he started following me, driving frantically in the street.
Wow.
Almost got into 3 different accidents on Sunrise Highway. At that point, I said, you know what? I don't know what he's going to do if I drop Gabe off at the daycare. So I actually turned around, and I went through Brookville Boulevard. And luckily for me, I actually saw 2 cops. So I stopped next to the cops, and I told the cops someone's following me. And
but you didn't tell them who's following you?
No, I didn't tell them who. It was actually New York City cops. Because I was like, okay, you know what? At least he doesn't own those cops, right?
Okay.
So
because he owns the Long Island ones? Is that what you're saying?
So that's what he said.
Okay.
Those were not my words.
Okay.
Those were his words.
So he's where he owns the cops in Long Island. That's what you're saying that he said?
Yes.
Okay.
So therefore, when I stopped them, I said, someone's following me. And they saw the car speeding, like coming in and, slowing down when he saw my car. And they said, was it that gray Nissan Pathfinder? I said, yes. And they was like, where are you going? I just told them that I'm going to my mom's house. And they actually escorted me. When he saw that the cops were escorting me, he turned around and then left.
Okay.
That day, I was like, okay, this is getting like really out of hand. So I have to do something.
Okay.
So I mustered up the courage to actually go to the precinct. So I went to the 4th precinct, which is close to where Gabe goes. And when I walked in there, I actually spoke to an officer. We sat down for a while. I explained a lot of things to him, and he said, well, this is not our, I think he said district, like our area, where you live. Since it happened here, it has to be given to the 5th precinct. I said no, and I started panicking. I was like, no. And he was like, why? I was like, because he says he owns, the 5th precinct. He's the one that helped them, open it up or whatnot. So nothing's going to happen. And he was like, well, ma'am, like there's nothing that I can do. Like even if I take the report, I have to send it to the 5th. I was like, well, that's just gonna be a waste of time. But he gave me his card, and I actually took his card. I made a copy of it, and I wrote the incident down because, again, I felt like if something were to happen, at least there's like a trail.
I see.
When it comes, what people have to understand.
So you're always living with the fear of something going to happen to you.
Something's going to happen. You know what I mean? Being, who he says he is and the power that he has. And again, as a legislator, as a defense attorney, he knows the ins and outs of everything.
Okay, and so from what I'm hearing from you, then did that really stop you then from, apart from this incident where you try to get the help?
Right. So the thing is, it's like, okay, and even for the domestic violence center, which is really sad, that in Long Island, there's actually like maybe 2.
Okay.
But the main one is all the way in Bethpage. I reached out to them several times.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay.
And again, it's all the way in Bethpage. The reason why I never even went over there is because he sent me an email once showing that he was an invited guest to that place. they wanted him as a guest.
You mean to that same
place? Yes, that
center?
same domestic violence place. Yes. So, and he told me, he was like, "Oh, isn't it ironic that they chose me to come out there?" Speaker. And my response to him was, "Oh, did you go?" He said, "No." But there, you know what I'm saying? So with all of these things, it's like, okay, even if you do want to escape and leave and whatnot or whatever, by the way, do you know that when a woman decides to leave, her life is in more danger than when she stays?
Oh, really?
You can look that up. Statistically, that's what happens, because domestic violence, again, is about power and control. And he had that.
Oh, so he had the power and the control.
And the control. And for them
so there was no escape for you.
And for them to
So you're saying there was no escape for you. So why now? How were you able to escape this?
Because guess what? My daughter had the courage to call the cops.
Okay. So we're going to get to that famous night. So you're saying all along, the abuse, you felt this is a powerful man. He had the control over you. He had the power. He owns the cop. He owns the court. All these things. Now, finally, for you to get out of this, it took your daughter?
My daughter called the cops.
To call the cops?
Yes. So,
other than that, Marie, what we're saying is that this abuse that you're describing to me, this horrible life, it's no longer a happy home from what you're describing here. I came in and I said, this is a lovely, happy home.
But you have to understand, remember in the beginning, I said, you're dealing with a Jekyll and Hyde personality.
Okay.
So don't think for a second that you were dealing with this for the past 2 years. You're dealing with somebody who is a monster 24/7.
Okay.
Because after these things happen,
what does he do after he's done hurt you?
Hey, come on, let's go out. Let's go to dinner. Let's go this. Let's go there.
He just switched just like that?
Like nothing ever happened. And mind you, like the bite mark, the kids don't even know about that. So a lot of things, that happen physically, they wouldn't know. So when he comes and says, hey guys, let's go out, let's go to dinner or whatnot, they're happy to go. And if I'm sitting there looking mean, come on, mama, let's go.
Oh,
do you understand what I'm saying?
So you were taking everything within. The children weren't aware of your suffering.
They don't know about the
pain.
Physical. They know about the verbal abuse and this and that or whatnot. But when he comes like, come on guys, let's go shopping. Come on guys, let's go on a trip. So to them, if I'm sitting there like all mad, why don't you want to go, mama? Come on, mama, let's go.
Was that his way of pacifying the family?
Exactly. So don't think.
So you guys can overlook.
It's a cycle. The abuse is a cycle. It's not, a person who is sitting there grumpy all the time and no. It happens and then he switches. It happens and then he switches. It was a cycle. And again, when you have your family life, when you see your son happy to see his dad, when you see the kids are happy to go somewhere.
And you keep hoping things will get better.
Again, this is somebody that I loved. So for me, the thing is that I always felt like, you know what, I'm going to pray with you. And that was my thing. Like the demon that's in you, like we're going to pray together and God's going to change that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Before I forget, you keep saying this is someone that you love. And I feel your love, Marie. And I as a woman, I can tell, you were in love with this man, like you said, not the legislator, the man himself.
Right.
You love this man. You've said it many times here in the interview. Now, my question to you, Marie, did this man love you? Did Carrie Solages love you? Did you ever feel that he loved you? He was in love with you? There's love, there's in love, and there's like. And there's conveniency. Which category did you fall in?
That's a question that he would have to answer. Because...
No, I want you to answer that, Marie. I want you to tell me, because if someone tells me, if my husband Valerio loves me, I will say, yes, he loves me. He treats me right. He is with me. He does things with me. He shows me the love every day. So yes, he loves me. I would not hesitate a minute to say, yes, this man loves me. Right. I'm asking you, Marie. When I meet Carrie, I can ask him, did you love Marie? He'll give me his own answer, but I'm asking you right now. Did this man love you? You love this man, but did he love you?
I would say in the beginning he did. But again, Carrie is a philanderer. So which means, you know, at this point, I can't say that he loved me, because if he did, he would not ever do the stuff that he's been doing.
Okay.
So that's not the definition of love.
That's right. That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Love does not hurt.
Right. It definitely doesn't. I could say for me, and I could stand here and still say that I do love him. And that's the reason why it took so long for me to even come to this, to do the interview. If he didn't, you know, try to depict me as somebody that I'm not, which he knows that I'm not, it wouldn't be like that. But the more important piece in this interview is to let everybody know that if you say you stand behind Carrie Solages, you believe in Carrie Solages, then you need to know the truth about Carrie Solages.
The real Carrie Solages.
But the most important piece is this. If you love him, if you care for him as a person, as a legislator, you will not bypass this as, oh, a jealousy story, or, you know, trying to make drama or zit out of it. He needs help. For the people that are close to Carrie Solages, for the people that say they love Carrie Solages, his family members, his friends, the people that he has abused verbally, the people that he has manipulated, it's time for all of you to speak up to get him the help that he needs. Because as the father of my child, I don't want ever to hear that there was a DUI case, that he's dead somewhere, that he overdosed on any drugs. So when you love somebody, you have to know when it's time to tell the truth. Hold him accountable for what he's done and get him the help that he needs, because our son deserves his father to be around for a long time. Stop making side accusations. Oh, I know this about Carrie. No. And Carrie knows that. I've always told him the truth. It's time to tell him the truth, hold him accountable. This is a domestic violence case. My daughter was there. She's the one that called the cops. My 2 other children was there. Our 3-year-old was running in the streets, crying. So if you say that you really care for him, hold him accountable. Let him get the help that he needs for his anger management, for his drug addiction, and for his alcoholism. But I guess in due time, he himself will see that I'm coming up and speaking up because of the love that I have for him, not because I want his demise. And as far as Republicans trying to use this as a piece, or Democrats using it as a piece, this is not what it's all about. It's about Carrie Solages, not Legislator Carrie Solages.
Wow, Marie, that was deep. That was moving. I'm sitting here and looking at you. I feel your pain. I see the emotion. You don't need to cry. I know it's not easy. Try to hold the tears. It's not easy. You know, I don't want to tell you, let it go. You know, the tears, hold it. I don't know what to say at this point, because as a woman, I feel your pain. I know it hurts.
And you know that, Barbara, like if, for instance, like you mentioned your husband, Valerio, if something's going on with Valerio, right? You would rather tell him the truth. Valerio, you know what? Let's try to fix it. Carrie could mask this and say it's about this girl, about this and that, but he knows that side chick's been around for a while trying to, you know, get the crumbs of our home.
Yes. Yeah.
But the truth is, this is a man who has some type of anger issue. And I don't want him being upset and yelling at Gabe when we're not here, or taking it out on somebody else like he usually does. He needs help.
You care.
Of course.
You care. That's what it is. You care, and you want him to get the help.
If he's drinking and he's smoking, there's a reason. There's something he's trying to mask. He could hide behind that beautiful smile, but at the end of the day, he's hurting. When are people going to tell him the truth instead of talking crap behind his back?
Okay. We're going to take a break, Marie, because like I said, this last moment was very moving for me, and for you. I can see the emotions, going off the roof. It's not easy. It's not easy for you. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back. When we come back, Marie, I want you to reenact the night for me. Tell me what happened that night. The night that I would say that put an end to this horrific, situation here, because it's bad. It's domestic violence. It's continuous. What brought this to the end? I know you said you weren't the one who called. So please, you're going to tell us, the viewers, everybody, what really happened that night.
Sure.
We'll be back.
Get the fuck out of here, you bitch! Yeah? Get the fuck out of my face!
Really? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
La parfumerie de Barbara a exactement tout ce qu'il faut pour vous, mesdames, et vous aussi, messieurs, lorsqu'il s'agit de cadeaux et de senteurs exotiques de parfums en provenance de Paris et de la ville de Grasse. À la parfumerie de Barbara, vous trouverez des parfums de grand nom et de renommée internationale pour hommes, femmes et bébés. Oui, parfum pour bébé. Senti bon coûter cher, c'est vrai, mais avec la parfumerie de Barbara, senti bon au rabais. C'est comme ça, soit acheter un parfum, il aurait tiré $10 sous les vous, soit acheter 2 parfums même, il aurait tiré $25. Dans la parfumerie de Barbara, on a besoin de meilleurs produits de beauté, parfums qui sortent directement dans le pays, la France. Déodorant, Obao, Prétil, Bourgeois, Fa, Rexona, Bien-être, Fenjal, poudre bourgeois même à gogo dans la parfumerie de Barbara. Crème pour le corps, Mixa, Belda, Monsavon, Bourgeois, gel de douche, de grand nom s'il vous plaît. Visitez la parfumerie de Barbara au 1935 Grand Avenue dans Baldwin, Long Island, ou bien appelez Barbara au 516 805 23 18 ou log on to www.laparfumeriedebarbara.com. Choose, click and buy. We ship all over the world. Free shipping sous acheté pour plus passer $150. Rappelez-vous, la parfumerie de Barbara est aussi la maison des cadeaux. Pour marquer d'une touche spéciale les moments qui n'arrivent qu'une seule fois dans votre vie, tels que votre mariage, la première communion de vos enfants, baptême, fiançailles, anniversaire, Sweet 16, vous avez certainement besoin de l'expertise des professionnels de Téléimage Production qui vous garantissent un service de première classe, avec une attention particulière et surtout un prix abordable. Téléimage Special Package pour seulement $2 999 pour les services de vidéographie, maître de cérémonie et DJ. Mes amis, Téléimage paraît avec un special package côté que tout le monde qui prend le marié est capable de save sous prix vidéographie, maître de cérémonie, DJ, photo avec limousine pour seulement $2 999 ou est capable de marier entre l'église, fait belle réception mariage sans problème. Téléimage special package pour seulement $2 999 pour vidéographie, maître de cérémonie et DJ. Relais Téléimage depuis Kouniana pour plus d'informations pour ne bénéficier de special package ça dans 516 805 54 10 516 868 35 30. Téléimage Special Package